will join in when they can. So I'm going to get started because I'm mindful of everyone's time and I don't want to waste any of mine. So let's do it. Hey, everyone. Hey, I am Kenesha B. McIntosh. I am a culture ambassador, a certified life coach guru, and travel aficionado, right? So I love all things travel. I try to go as many places as I can as quickly as possible. And I've just figured out tons of things through experience, and I wanted to share some of those with you today. And so I'm going to be sharing the 10 greatest tips for travel in 2019. And this is really, really special to me because I didn't come from a family of travelers, right? I came from a family who were not from the United States. So they have traveled, but they are comfortable with just, going from different boroughs to different cities and not really experiencing the globe. And so I challenged myself at a very young age to take ownership of that because I knew that other things in the world existed and I wanted to see these things and I wanted to experience these things. And so I was like, all right, I'm not going to wait for, my parents to send me or somebody to bring me. I'm just going to have to get it myself. And so I have designed and dedicated a lot of my time to just saving my money and figuring out great ways that I can travel to as many places as possible for as low as possible. So, on top of the trips that I take, I do coach people and help people learn how to do the same things that I do. So from creating their retreats and different experiences locally to creating international business retreats or internationally, obviously. And so, like I said, I've experienced enough to be able to put together at least 10 amazing tips to help you travel in 2019. And I'm excited about it because I know that these things are key things that I use every single trip, right? And I want you to get these skills so that you too can travel like I do. So let's get started. Created a lovely presentation for you here. And just let me know if you can see this. I think you can see it. Yes, because I can see it. All right, so let's go. Excuse me. I have a little bit of a cold, but I'm going to make it through today. And don't mind me if you see me drinking my OJ. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm vitamin C'd up, okay? All right, let's do this. The big deal about travel. So this is the thing. I curated this webinar to give you the greatest facts I've learned about traveling from experience, like I said earlier. Today, I'm going to cover the who, what, when, where, and whys behind traveling in 2019. My goal is to help create opportunities for clients to check countries and cities off their bucket list 1 month at a time. So that's my overall goal this year. And I'm going to relay the challenge that I've challenged myself for 2019. And hopefully you want to be a part of the challenge too, because it's amazing. I did a challenge for myself last year, and I'm happy to say that I surpassed what I thought that I was going to be able to do. And so let's hope that we can do the same in 2019, right? All right, keep going. So the who, let's get started with this. Who am I? Okay, so earlier, like I said, my name is Kenesha B. McIntosh for everybody that knows. I am a culture ambassador, travel aficionado, coaching guru. I'm an award-winning life coach, author, blogger, and a podcast host. I've been featured in the Life Coach magazine and Voyage ATL magazine, which I'm so grateful for. I've planned 5 retreats, business retreats, 1 coaching retreat, 3 international business retreats, and another domestic retreat, which I'm excited to do again in 2019. I've taken 16 trips in 2018. So could you imagine the amount of miles that I have literally garnered in this past year? I mean, I'm definitely sending myself on vacation just with points alone in 2019. So a part of the reason why I do travel so much is so that I can get points, and a lot of airlines do promotions and things like that. And so stacking up points is what people do, and it helps them travel to other places. So don't be afraid to start saving those bad boys, because they do add up over time. And lo and behold, next thing you check your account and you can go, across to, Puerto Rico for free, right? And so this is what I'm going to try to get everybody to do this year, right? So on top of the 16 trips I've taken in 2018, I've traveled to 8 different countries and traveled to 20 different states, which again is something that I'm super duper proud of. And I know that I love to travel more so internationally than domestically, but this year I'm going to do a lovely mix of the two of them because there are tons of places where tons of places that I haven't been that I really, really, really want to go to. So yeah, so I'm going to do that. Okay, let's keep going. And I'm actually going to save this for the end because I'm going to do another activity, and I want everybody to introduce themselves and talk about the top places that they want to go and where they currently live so that we can all join together and do a group chat really quickly. So let's skip this for now. I'll table this and I'll come back to it. Okay, so let's talk about the what, right? What is some of the greatest apps that I found, some of the websites that I use, and some of the things that help me to be more accessible when I travel. So 2 apps that I absolutely adore when it comes to finding great flights are Hopper and Kayak, okay? So I'll tell you why and what I love about both of them. Hopper, I love it because you can put in your city and put in, say like, you want to go this weekend or you want to go 2 weekends from now. And it'll give you a list of cities that you can just get to and the prices for them. So if you, like me, just love taking trips, I try to get out of the country at least 6 or out of my home at least every 6 to 9 weeks. And sometimes I don't know where I want to go. I just want to get on a plane and I don't want to pay a lot of money. So with Hopper, I'm able to put in Atlanta. So that's where I currently live. And I'm able to put in my city and then figure out where I can go from there. And so I'm planning to go away by the end of the month. And I have not booked anything yet. And I'm going to keep you posted on how much I end up spending for this January trip as I purchase it in January. So I'm definitely looking for some type of water, so a beach preferably, or a pool situation is what I really, really want. And I'm gonna find it on Hopper because that's exactly where to go, right? So Hopper is great for last minute trips, not knowing where you want to go, just knowing that you want to go somewhere. Hopper is an awesome app for that. The next one is Kayak. I love Kayak's app. I love Kayak's platform. I love Kayak, and the reason why is because you can save travel alerts. So if you found a flight, you want to go somewhere for your birthday, it's a couple months away, and you kind of think the price is okay, but you really want to see what it's like, you can set up trip alerts through Kayak to tell you when prices are going to increase or decrease. And they have a portion of their website and their app where it tells you with confidence based on their analytics if they think the trip will increase or decrease in the next 7 days. And so you're able to kind of gauge when to buy your ticket via Kayak and then save those alerts so that you are alerted like, hey, this ticket went up $29. Hey, this ticket dropped $100, so that you're able to just jump on the flight and buy it, right? So again, Hopper is for last minute. I don't know where I want to go, but I know I want to go somewhere trips. And then Kayak is, I know where I'm going. I just don't know if I want to buy my ticket right now because it seems a little indifferent or it's too far out, or I just want to watch it and see when it goes, cheaper. Kayak is an amazing app for those two. So make sure you download those apps on your phone, sign up for, their websites, their subscriptions, because they have amazing features on top of everything else that they do, because they do a lot. The thing that I will say is that a lot of these travel apps don't incorporate all airlines, and you can definitely check it out. So for example, Southwest is one of the airlines that they don't show up in a lot of search engines, third-party search engines. So you want to be mindful of these things, right? If you are going somewhere that these airlines go and you don't see it on these third-party apps, check the website directly. So Southwest is huge in Atlanta and they go many places, and I travel on Southwest often, but I can't find them on Hopper or Kayak or, Travelocity. They're not on these sites. So I have to go and find and see, to compare and make sure that the flight I'm looking for is not cheapest on Southwest. And if it is, then I just need to go buy it directly from their site. So again, be mindful of, airlines that you take often. If you don't see them up there, it's probably because they're not integrated in these apps, and you'll just have to look at those separately. So those are the 2 apps. Next, I have websites, right? So airfordable.com. Let me tell you matter of fact, I'm going to say Airfordable for last. Let me tell you about Google Flights, okay? The thing that I love most about Google Flights is that, like Hopper, you can kind of put in like you want to go March, you want to go for a week in March, you want to go for a month, you want to go for a weekend, and it gives you the whole map of most of the world, right? So you can kind of designate whether you want to do US, Caribbean, Europe, or whatever, and it'll tell you big scale how much it costs to go these places. So Google Flights is another service that I use to kind of figure out my trips for 2019, how much they're going to cost, when is it cheapest to go, all these things. And it gives it to me on a large scale. Because again, sometimes I don't know where I want to go. I just want to go somewhere. And so it's way easier for me to just pick up and, put in Google March weekend and figure out where in the world I can go. Right. And it helps me to become Carmen Sandiego-esque, because people think that, well, people don't know where I am because sometimes I don't know where I'm going, and I can't really tell you until I actually get there or find out where that is, right? So Google Flights is awesome because, again, it gives you big scale, what's happening, what's going on, how much you can get for your bang for your buck, which places you can travel to, and it just shows it to you in one place. I think it's awesome. And you should definitely check out Google Flights, and it'll help you again with alerts. It does all of these things, but it's just, I don't use the app, but I definitely love the website. Now for Airfordable. Listen, guys, if there's nothing else you take from, well, two things I want you to take, but this is one of the things that I want you to take away from this webinar, is airfordable.com. So airfordable.com is a website. It is a Black-owned website, and it is a woman-owned business, right? Airfordable is a layaway plan for flights. Genius, right? Like, I know when I found it, I was like, wait. This makes so much sense. Why didn't anyone think of this? So I can't remember the founder's name, but she started Airfordable because she was unable to go home during her college vacations, which a lot of my friends and I experienced when we were in college. We just didn't have the money, right? And so what she did was found a way to basically purchase a flight for someone, and they pay it off over time, and then they get their confirmation to their flight. That is crazy amazing. So with Airfordable, you sign up. It's a free service to sign up, and you take a screenshot of the flight that you want, and then you put it into their system. You have to input the day and I think the total price of the flight with tax. And then what it does is it computes and gives you a calculation of what you can pay bi-weekly or monthly until you pay off the entire flight, and then they'll give you your confirmation. So they basically purchase the flight for the price on the front end, and you just pay it off over time. Now, they do charge a fee. I can't remember the percentage, but I think it's a percentage of your ticket. And it's great because if you know that flight is going to go up, say you have a wedding or a baby shower or whatever, and it's in the future, but you don't have all the money at once, and you know that the price is going to go up over time, and it may go up clearly more than what they're going to charge you for their fee, why not sign up? I mean, why not just go ahead and make sure that, you solidified your ticket, you've got it, and then you can, keep it moving. So I think that Airfordable is genius. I know it is. And I've used it, and I know tons of people who have used it for, like I said, trips in the future where they know that they have to go somewhere. They may not have all the money to buy the ticket. It might be an airfare, which, listen, we're going to get to airfares too. But if it's an airfare or a flight deal that you want to jump on, but you don't have everything right then and there, go ahead and use airfordable.com. Why not, right? And then next, let's go to accessibility. So there are 3 different services that are out there, and they help you get through the whole airport process easier. So a lot of the times, the anxiety with people with traveling is like, what time should I get to the airport? How much time do I need for, going through security? Like, what do I need to have out? You got all these things to worry about, passports, all of that stuff, right? And it's crazy. It's a lot of anxiety there. And so there are 3 services that help to make that whole process a lot more seamless and efficient. And I'm all about efficiency, right? So the first is TSA PreCheck. And I'm going to briefly explain the differences between the 3. And then you can just go ahead and Google and, figure out the semantics and the details behind everything. So, TSA PreCheck, you basically sign up It's $85 for 5 years, not a year, but 85 for 5 years. And when you sign up, you don't have to take your shoes off. You don't have to take things out of your bag. You don't have to, there's so many things that you have to do that you don't have to do when you go through security. So all of those nuances that'll make you miss your flight and takes forever, like you get to skip that process, right? So they do have designated lines at a lot of airports. And you just go to that line, and then you just go to the scanner, and you kind of bypass the scanner portion of it, which I think is amazing because that scanner portion can be crazy sometimes. All right. So that's TSA PreCheck for those who are, travel a lot within the United States. Is a great option for you. $85 for 5 years. I mean, you do the math. That's like nothing, right? The next option is Clear, and I have Clear, and I love Clear. Clear is another tool that allows you to skip the line. Now, the difference between TSA PreCheck and Clear is that Clear allows you to skip the line to get to security. So you basically just like use your fingerprint, thumbprint. They kind of verify that you are who you are with your ticket, and then you go to the TSA representative and they check your passport or ID or whatever, and then you go to security. Now, you do have to take your stuff off and take things out of your bag when you get to security, but it bypasses that line. So PreCheck doesn't bypass the line. It has a designated line, but you kind of bypass security. And then with Clear, you bypass the line. You have to go through security normally. Now, it's $149 a year, but so worth it. The only downside to Clear is that it's not at every major airport. So there are a list of over 100 airports that you can use Clear, and all of the major cities that I travel to have Clear at the airport. So it works for me. And I know once a year they'll like do a special, and you could do 2 months free. Let me know if you want to sign up for that, and I will definitely give you my code. But I think Clear is amazing. It really is. And then we have Global Entry. So Global Entry is $100 for 5 years, right? Not a year, but for the 5. And Global Entry is amazing, which I think I'm probably going to purchase Global Entry for this year. I'm pretty sure because of the international trips that I take. So Global Entry is for customs, right? So if you travel a lot in and out of the country, Global Entry will allow you to bypass the immigration process a lot easier. And the thing that I love about Global Entry is that it comes with TSA PreCheck. So if you want a bang for your buck, you might as well just buy the Global Entry for $15 more, and you can have it for 5 years. You're able to bypass the security checkpoints at airports domestically, and then bypass customs when you're coming in and out of the country. There are tons of airports internationally that do recognize Global Entry as a source. So for TSA PreCheck and Global Entry, you do have to do like a short interview. So you'll have to schedule that, and you'll have to make sure you have a passport for Global Entry before you do schedule the interview. But once you do it, it's like a 15-20 minute interview, and then you're in and out, and you got Global Entry for 5 years. So when people ask me what I want for Christmas, these are the things I say. TSA PreCheck, let me get Clear, let me get, Global Entry, because I know that I love to travel. So consider these things. Like I said, the 2 apps, Hopper and Kayak, are my faves. Websites, I go through airfordable.com when I want to save or pay off a flight over time, and Google Flights when I just don't know where I want to go, or I do know where I want to go and I just want to figure out when I need to go there. And then for accessibility purposes at the airport, TSA PreCheck, Clear, and Global Entry are just like lifesavers, right? So let's move on. Come on. There we go. All right. Now for the when. The best of the best. So I have been preaching about the best day to buy airline tickets. And the crazy thing is that, you have to do your research about your industry to know what's going on. So throughout the years, the best day to book an airline ticket was always Tuesday, right? Tuesday night leading into Wednesday, because that is when airlines just tend to have sales. Well, I found out that as of 2019, the best day to purchase an airline ticket is actually on Sunday. Yes, preferably 3 weeks before your trip on a Sunday is the best day to buy your ticket. Airlines operate around people, right? And so because the preferences for us have changed. The preferences for the airlines, they have to accommodate us because we're the consumers. So they've noticed that more people will book on a Sunday and they're like, okay, I need to give these people discounts. Now, of course, there is competition in the airline industry because there's so many different airlines popping up. There are tons more planes. There are tons more options of what you can do when it comes to, booking airfare. So they have to accommodate, which is why they changed the day from Tuesday to Sunday. So keep that in mind when you're booking a trip. Sunday, preferably 3 weeks out, is when you want to do it. So like I said, I'm trying to book a trip or I'm booking a trip the end of the month. And this Sunday, tomorrow, is when I'll probably buy my ticket and then I can figure out where I'm going. So the best day to book an airline ticket is on Sunday. The best months to travel, there are 3 months, and I've been looking at different things in the industry, and I knew one of them, but the other two I didn't think about. And so the 3 best months to travel are January, because it's post-holiday. Everybody's back to work. Everybody's back to school. Nobody's really focused on, traveling because they're trying to save up their money and get things together, all those other things. So January is post-holiday travel deals, right? So you can find cheaper places to go, get away really quickly, be mindful of, like Martin Luther King Jr. weekend and the holidays that come in January. But aside from those, post-holiday January travel is amazing. May is in between breaks, right? That's the next month. So May is in between like spring break and summer break, or winter break and summer break, or whatever. So there are tons of things to do because people are actually in school. Now, kids I know in certain parts of the country will get out of school the end of May, what have you, early June. So just keep that in mind. But they don't really start traveling until June, July, August, right? So May is a perfect time to get away for people who just don't want the huge crowds because there aren't too many families traveling at that time. Like the college kids are back in school from spring break and all those great things. So May is in between break travel, and then September for back to school. Because almost all kids are back to school in September, it's cheap. There's no crowds, there's no lines, there's nothing happening, right? It's right before the holidays. It's right after the summer. Perfect time to get out and experience things. So you want to make sure you have a trip booked for these 3 months, January, May, and September. Okay. Moving on to the where. Yes, let's get it. Where are we going, y'all? Where are we going? Okay, so I've been looking at all these countries, all these cities, all these flight deals. I've been watching this because I knew that I wanted to bring this to your attention in 2019, right? So here are 5 of the best countries to visit for 2019. And this is in combination with the offers that they have, the flight deals that have been going there, the accessibility, the culture that are there, all factors that I took into consideration when comparing. And I looked on multiple lists to see, okay, who's saying what. And then when I saw these countries simultaneously pop up across multiple lists in these cities, I said, I've got to tell people about these. So Canada, Thailand, Jamaica, Dubai, and Bali. Now, I know that you've seen people visiting these places. Canada is cool because it's right there, right? Nobody really thinks international trip to Canada, but Canada is another country, right? It's on the North American continent, but it's not the United States. So going to Canada is a quick international trip. You can literally go up to Toronto, in the wintertime, I'm sure there's tons of activities to do, and in the summertime, it's still the same. And they have a great culture there. It's a very diverse community. They're accepting, and the U.S. travelers are safe in Canada. And if, God forbid, something were to go wrong, you're basically home already, right? So Canada is a great place to travel to. Thailand, and I'm going to combine these: Thailand, Dubai, and Bali. I mean, have you not seen the flight deals to these places? They're like crazy, right? Like $300 here, $400. You could get round trip airfare to Thailand, Bali, and Dubai. Why not go? There are beautiful locations. I've already been to Dubai. And if you haven't seen my recap, definitely check out my Instagram, my stories. I have tons of content that I created on Dubai, and I'm going back for sure. I would love to live there at some point in time because it's just as lavish as my personality allows for, and it makes me very, very happy. So Thailand, Dubai, and Bali have had tons of flight deals, and a lot of travelers visit those places. And I think that, they are becoming more accommodating, and there are more things that are starting to pop up there because they know that the travelers are coming. So definitely check it out, and it helps their economies. And just be mindful of like rainy seasons or the heat advisories, because these countries definitely do get hot. And then you have Jamaica. Now, Jamaica is not up and coming because people go to Jamaica all the time, but because there are so many destinations on such a small island, it is amazing for travel, you guys. So if you can get to the Caribbean, definitely get to Jamaica because it's right there. It's about 2 hours from Florida, so it's not far at all. All right, and now the best cities to visit: Denver, New York, Vegas, Phoenix, and DC. Of course, we know why New York is great. It's where I'm from. It's my hometown, my home city, right? And there's always something to do. Like, New York will never not be a top destination in the U.S. It just has so much to offer from the winter, the summer, the spring, and the fall. There's just tons of activities that you can get done and tons of things that you can find in New York that you may never find anywhere else. So if you want to have an action-packed, full itinerary, definitely get to New York. Denver is really, really cool. I've been to Denver. What I didn't realize is that it's like a foodie city. There's so much to eat there. I was like, what is happening? I've had the best sushi in my life in Denver, Colorado. And it's a really laid back, chill environment. And I thought it was really, really cool. So definitely try to get to Denver. Vegas is cool. They are creating a lot in Vegas, right? And there are a lot of shows that are for people in a different generation now. They're not like just older celebrities who are performing and have residencies in Vegas. There are younger people like J-Lo, right? Who have residencies there. Who doesn't want to see J-Lo perform? Like, yes. Vegas is always just a great time. Phoenix is up and coming, and their travel tourism is doing more to encourage people to come visit because of the natural beauty of Phoenix. It's just a beautiful place to be. So definitely, if you want to see some of the wonders of the world, no, Grand Canyon isn't far. You have to fly into Phoenix and you can drive to the Grand Canyon, but I mean, beautiful, picturesque, natural places to visit in Phoenix. And then we have DC. And I went to Howard University in Washington, DC, and I loved just so much about DC, from the food to the places, museums. They're free. Like, again, another city where there is tons of accessibility. You can stay within the city or within the outskirts and kind of commute. And there's just always something going on. And I would recommend to take advantage of the Smithsonian museums because they're free, right? There's so much you can see. And I know that they have NEMAC, the National African American Museum there now. And so I haven't been yet, and I'm definitely going to go in 2019. That's on my list of things to do. So definitely check it out. All right, moving on, guys. And this is the last part, right? This is the why. Yes. So 76% of millennials have traveled within the past 6 months. It's crazy. When you look at the statistics of our age group of people who are traveling, it's like hands down amazing, right? 76% of millennials. So for 2018 travel, the figure was something like 5 million millennials traveled in 2018. 5 million people, like 5 million of us. And we make up a large market of travelers, right? And so 76% of those 5 million traveled within the last 6 months, like the latter half of 2018. That's a lot of people. We've gone a lot of places and we still haven't even touched the surface, right? So the top 5 reasons to travel that I believe are the greatest ones: more accessibility than ever, right? We have access to go so many places. We are connecting to people who live around the globe, around the country. Like, it's just nonstop. It's like creating a big family, really, right? So you have more access to more places than ever. Increased quality of life. It has been proven time and time again that traveling increases your physical and your mental well-being. And I'm all about self-care. So definitely travel to feel better about life and yourself. And you will experience tons of humbling things that'll put in perspective how fortunate we are to live in the United States and to have all that we have amidst all that we do experience here. There are people who are around the world who have it 10,000 times worse than we do. And they are some of the most joyous people you'll ever meet, right? So increased quality of life and experiences over everything. And it's a great way to network and try new things. I mean, I've eaten new foods. I've gone jet skiing and parasailing. swim in caves, like just tons of things that you'd never, like, I never thought that it would be me, but it is me. And I want it to be you too. So keep those in mind. And then it's all about people, places, and pictures, right? So I just talk to everybody everywhere I go anyway. But when I am traveling internationally, I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know who is who or who knows who. And I don't just do it to get to know, what I can get from people. I do it because I genuinely want to connect with them. Like, networking is key. And you don't know who's going to invite you here or who's going to, say that they know somebody here that you know or who you can stay with. It's just an amazing way to network. You get to see, again, places on your bucket list. You get to check all of those things off, and then pictures. So if you know anything about me, when I travel, I do a photo shoot everywhere I go. And so I'm all about like categorizing my life through video and picture. And because we have technology, why not use these things to help you remember all of the beautiful places that you've been. So definitely people, places, and pictures is one of the reasons why I travel. So I said earlier that I was going to come back because I have a challenge that I wanted to give everyone, and I've challenged myself, right? So are you ready to take the challenge? I hope that you are. And before I tell you more about the challenge, I'll just read this little blurb and then I'm going to keep going. So are you ready to take the challenge? In 2019, I've challenged myself to take at least 5 trips and bring over more than 50 people around the world in 2019. So in my head, I'm like, I'm doing all these trips and people keep asking me all these questions. And I'm like, why aren't they just going? Right. And then I realized that people don't know how to, people don't know what to do. People don't know where to start. It's so much sometimes. And so I said, well, I'll just bring people with me. Right? Like, I just want you guys to come and travel with me because I'm gonna go. You might as well just come on, right? I love new people. I love friends. Everybody who knows me just loves that. I love to go, and I always want to bring more people along. So again, I've challenged myself to visit or take more than 5 trips and bring 50 people total around the world to different places in different cities in 2019. That is the challenge. Now I want to know, are you down, right? Are you down to come with me? If you're down, raise your hand. If you're excited about traveling in 2019, let me know. I'm excited. I'm just like, I really don't. How don't you want to travel? It's kind of the question. Like, because there's so much to do, why not go, right? So I am excited. Yes, Naja. Nisi, that's you. Hey, I'm so happy you're here. I have friends all over the world, and Nisi is in Iraq, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's Iraq. And so I'm excited that you got to jump on. Thank you for being here, friend. But yeah, so if you're down, I'm excited about it. So let me tell you what I've created for you, right? I've created the VIP Travel Tribe. Everybody who knows me knows I love a good tribe situation. I love to feel like a community. I want people to be together. I want people to love on each other and network, collaborate, communicate. That's what I'm about, right? And so the VIP Travel Tribe is a group of people that will travel the world with me and experience the best of life. So if you've been with me on a retreat already or seen me at a retreat, I am like meticulous about planning and details. And I've put together a tribe itinerary and a tribe experience for everything that I want to do this year. So the Travel Tribe includes a 4-star Airbnb experience. Now, you may be wondering why I chose an Airbnb over a hotel. Hotels, to me, are limiting, right? You have a limiting amount of services. This is what the rooms look like. There's just so much involved with it. Well, with an Airbnb, we're communing together, right? We're sharing, we're experiencing those laughs in the middle of the night. We're coming and going together. We're just together as a family, as a tribe. And I appreciate that more than a lot of things. So, right. And they're very basic, which is crazy. So on top of the Airbnb experience, I will be picking local curated experiences for the tribe. And I'll tell you about the different packages and different plans I have, but I want us to feel like we are from here, right? I don't want to always be a tourist when I go places. And of course, we're going to tour and see beautiful places and do beautiful things. But I want to cook, local cuisines with a chef. I want to take an art class in Italy. I want to make, beads or sew things in Peru. Like, those are the experiences that are one of a kind, that mean the most, that will assist you in having a better view and loving travel overall, right? So local curated experiences, a welcome mixer. Who doesn't love a good mixer, right? If you are able to just fly in, let your hair down a bit, meet everybody, grab a drink, it's beautiful, right? And so we'll always have a local mixer. Final tribe dinner. So I do have travel is important for cultural awareness. Yes, you are 100% correct. I see you there. So yes, a final tribe dinner. I do have different packages, and with 2 of the packages, we get to have a dinner together, right? We get to sit together. We won't be cooking the dinner, thank God, but we'll sit together and we will just love on each other and spend that last evening just talking about how much fun the trip was, what we'll do the next time, all of these great things. So final tribe dinner. Personalized welcome bags. I love all things personal, and I want to get to know you, and I want to give you what you love, and I also want to give you more to add to the overall trip experience. So you'll get that in a welcome bag. Access to a VIP private booking tool. So a lot of people don't know this, but I have a travel management company, and a lot of the trips that I take, I just book through my own company, because why not, right? And so you'll finally be able to access the VIP private booking tool, and you don't have to use it just for trips with me. You can use it for trips all the time. So if you have a wedding to go to for your cousin, and it has nothing to do with the VIP travel club, but you want to see if there's any discounts or any cheaper flights or hotels, cruises, whatever, you can just use a VIP private booking tool at all times. And then of course you'll have a personalized client portal. So the personalized client portal will have all of the information for all of the trips that we go on for you, so that you'll always have them. You'll always be able to pull things. You'll be able to upload things. You'll be able to ask any questions you want, and you'll have access to me all the time, which is very, very difficult, but something that I really, really want to ensure that everybody gets, right? So let's move on. Let's talk about, All right, so the calendar for the Travel Tribe, right? So here are the trips that I've planned so far, and they are subject to change. So please, if something happens in one of these countries, I'm definitely not going to go there and jeopardize my safety or the safety of anyone else. Duh, right? So in March, I'm going to Phoenix, Arizona. In May, I'm going to Toronto, Canada. June, I'm going to hit Las Vegas, because why not, right? In August, for my birthday, I'll be in Jamaica. Who wants to come? September, I'm going to be in New York City. November, I will be in Thailand. And January, I will be in Denver. So if these sound amazing to you, I'm taking domestic trips Fridays through Sundays, so you don't have to worry about, taking too many days off of work. And I'm going to take those international trips Thursday to Sunday to give us another day to just be out there and be lavish wherever we go. So that's my calendar for the Travel Tribe for 2019, which I'm excited about. I mean, there's so many places I've never been. I cannot wait to get started. All right, so let's talk about the packages for the Travel Tribe. The first package is the Weekender. So let me tell you overall, right? What I thought was that I want people to be able to travel as much as possible, right, to go on these trips with me. But it's very hard to shell out $1,000 at once, shell out hundreds of dollars at one time. But what if you could pay for it throughout the year and then just pick up on the trips as you go along, right? So I've created a way where you can pay for your trips monthly. So you pay a monthly fee, and then you just pick the trips that you want to go on. So the 3 different packages are the Weekender, the Jet Setter, and the Globetrotter. For the Weekender, this is for travelers who are just starting out, yet is ready to travel more than one time a year. So for $99 a month, you pay for this monthly fee, and you get to pick 4 domestic trips to go on. So those 4 trips that I'm going to go on in the United States, you get to go on all 4 of those, and you get everything for the Weekender package for $99 a month. And I think that makes the most sense, right? So if you were just paying, basically you're going to be paying $1,100 to take 4 trips this year. And If that sounds crazy to you, I don't know what you're doing, right? Because even if you do the math, that doesn't even average to about $300 a trip. So I think that's great for people who do want to experience more, who might not be ready to get out of the country necessarily, but definitely want to have a curated travel trip with other people who are like-minded and want to get the most out of 2019. Next, we have the Jet Setter. So this is for the traveler that has taken at least 2 trips in the past year, but wants to just kick it up a notch, right? So the Jet Setter is $149 a month. And for $149 a month, you get to travel 1 international trip and 2 domestic trips for me. So for 3 trips, you're spending, you're spending $149 a month, which, I mean, again, is not much money at all. So for a total of, $1,600, you're going 1 international trip, 2 domestic trips. Well, all of that included. The only thing that I don't do is airfare, right? But if you use the VIP booking tool, you'll have airfare. You can book trips through that and call it a day right there. So think about that. Like I said, $1,600 for 3 trips, 1 out of the country, 2 in the country that you get to choose from. Who doesn't want that? And that you don't have to pay it at one time. You can do bi-weekly payments or just 1 monthly lump sum and get it out the way, and it'll be fine. So bi-weekly, it'll be about $75 every 2 weeks, and you pay that and you get to take your trips throughout the year, right? And then my favorite is the Globetrotter, because I know it can be done. So the Globetrotter package is for the avid traveler that wants to cross off more countries off their bucket list than ever before in 2019. So for $249 a month, you are able to come with me to 3 different international places. Yes. So 3 international countries around the world for $249 a month. So for $2,700, just about, you'll take 3 international trips. So I'm doing math right now, right? So $2,700 divided by 3 is about $900 a trip, which basically is what would it cost you for a dinner, for, you know, your hotel stay, for a mixer, for personalized experiences. I mean, I'm taking you on a whole vacation. You just have to find your flight. And that's where I come in, because I can help you do that for the low. So anybody that knows me knows I love a good flight deal, and I find them all the time. And if you haven't signed up for my travel VIP travel alerts, get those too, right? You just have to text travel tips to 31996, and I'll put it in here so that you have that access to this as well. To 31996. Okay, so that is there, and I'm going to be sending out airfares and flight deals throughout the year to everybody on my list, so make sure you sign up. So if you sign up for the Travel Tribe by Monday, right, 1/7, you will lock in the $49 introductory price for the first trip, which is in March of 2019. So this month you pay $49.99, and then depending on which package you choose, whether it's the Weekender, the Jet Setter, or the Globetrotter, you will lock in that $49 price by Monday, and then I'm going to open it up to everybody else. I'm doing limited spaces. I'm not taking crazy amount of people anywhere in the world, because I don't know everybody like that, and I'm only one person. So make sure you keep this in mind, right? Sign up by Monday, only $49.99, and then after that, you get your monthly due depending on your package. Okay? All right. So, friends, any questions? Anybody have any questions? They want to say anything? What did you think? How are you feeling? I want to do a poll real quick. Okay, so we're going to talk about really quickly, how many trips did you take in 2018? So I went ahead and put the poll there. If you could just vote. Can you see the poll? Can anybody see the poll? I want you to vote and tell me how many trips you've been on in 2018. If anybody can't see it, let me know. I can see it, but I don't know if you can. All right, so, wow. Everyone has taken at least 2 or 0 to 2 trips, which is cool. I love that. Second question I'm going to ask you. All right, let's get this one up. Oh, sorry. My computer's doing what it wants to today. So how many places would you like to visit in 2019? Right. So after seeing my calendar, all the things that I'm going to be doing, how many places do you want to go to in 2019? I'm trying to gauge what we can do, how we can make this happen, where you want to go, like what this schedule looks like. And again, I'm excited about all of this. Right. All right, so I've got 1 to 2 and 2 to 4 trips seems to be the goal for everyone. And that's fine because that's exactly what we're going to make happen. With these travel programs and this monthly Travel Tribe subscription, it'll just be so easy to make that happen, right? So again, you're just paying monthly for a trip that you will pay for over time. So it's essentially like a layaway plan. You know what the trips are. I'm definitely getting dates together right now as we speak. And you'll be able to take time off in advance, know where you're going. Again, Friday through Saturday for domestic trips. So, Friday through Sunday. So you won't have to really take off any days. And then Thursday through Sunday for international trips, just to allow us to get to the countries that we need to get to, right? So I am going to do this for you. Now that you don't have any questions, again, I hope anybody doesn't because I didn't see anything there. I want you to be able to contact me. So visit my website, KenishaBMcIntosh.com. And I'm launching my new site on Wednesday. So right now it's just going to be the countdown until the new site launches. If you aren't following me already, make sure you follow me at Kenisha B. McIntosh on Instagram and Facebook. And if you have any questions about anything, you can definitely go ahead and email me. Kenisha B at Kenisha B. McIntosh is the email. So this is what I'm going to do because I know that I have you here right now. I want to offer you to join the Travel Tribe today, right? So again, like I said, by Monday, if you join, you will lock in the introductory price of $49.99 this month. And then after that, it's going to go to the normal monthly prices. So let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if there's anything I can assist you with. I hope that you're excited about traveling, friends. Like, this is what I love to do the most, right? I just want to bring experiences and people around the world with me. So yes, let's do it. Let's get this challenge going. At least 5 countries, 50 people throughout 2019. I'm excited. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'll see you soon. I'll do another webinar and we'll get this going ASAP. All right. Have an amazing Saturday. Peace. Bye, friends.